wanted to make this video really quickly talking about why men are choosing to walk away from dating. There's a lot of reasons why women are ran through, unrealistic, and quite frankly, cringe. Um, I think it's only gonna get worse, bro. 2030, dude's gonna get so crazy. I can just feel it in my bones. 2030, right when it hits 2030, there's just gonna be this vibe in every household, every business, everyone's heart, and we're all just gonna feel it at the same time, and we're all just gonna look at women honestly, and women are gonna look at themselves and think, "What the hell have I done?" It's it's quite frankly the most depressing time of our lives, but it has nothing to do with money. It's all about oneself. The suicide rate has climbed dramatically over the past couple of years. You look at some people like Kurt Cobain, Chester Bennington. These are really famous people that have killed themselves over probably the stresses of life. You look at Kurt and Chester. These people were married. They had kids. And I think it's only going to get worse the more men don't talk about these things. Hopefully they do. I'm someone who will talk when pushed a little bit farther than I should be, but that's just life, man. People get pushed and they get tired of getting pushed over and over, and that's a lot of men nowadays. We're choosing to just rebel against current climates and expectations and overall morals. People get really mad that men aren't men nowadays and we aren't working as hard. I mean, can you really blame us? We live in a world nowadays where if you work hard enough, you'll probably be discarded because you work too hard. And it's very scary to know that we put people in charge that aren't even trying. Like, isn't that concerning? Imagine you give someone the job of a brain surgeon even though they didn't even fucking try for the job. These are very serious jobs, and it makes you wonder the current climate of what everything is right now. I wanted to get some wisdom teeth removed, but there's no one available to do it except for a woman who has a very busy schedule apparently. But just knowing that it's a woman who's going to do the wisdom teeth removing is going to get in my head, which is really stupid because I know that women can work really intense jobs. But I think for the past couple of years, women have presented themselves in very embarrassing situations, and just the way they present themselves is so fucking atrocious. I don't think that in the future coming years, I don't think it's going to get better. I hope it gets better, but I know I'm realistic enough to know that it's probably not going to. It's very important to remember that, in my opinion, that just because life gets horrible does not mean that you have to become the horrible thing that's in it. I think you have to become the greatest light so people can leech off of it, hopefully. But the thing about society is that society has a very great way of breaking people and making them feel horrible and making people feel left out. I think there's a really great saying, it's only the strongest will survive, and that's very true. Only the most toughest people in the world, it really will be the survival of the fittest soon in 2030. If you're listening to this trying to get some knowledge about what's going to happen in the future, please understand that it's very important to try, because most people aren't even trying nowadays. And if you see someone trying, please be grateful you have them around, because people aren't trying anymore. A lot of people are giving up. It's very sad. We live in a very depressing time to be around people. People are so two-faced, people are so arrogant, and people are so despicable. It is a very, very evil society we live in nowadays, but we as people just don't talk about it, or at least you just don't hear about it. I'm pretty sure this video will get taken down by the fucking higher ups that just don't want this message to get out. But my hope is that if I'm able to say something in a great matter, I think it's my responsibility to get it out there. Man, it really is concerning to know that the world is probably going to burn pretty soon, or it is burning right now. You just can't do much about it. But I know that I'll be okay. The people around me probably will be okay, hopefully. I just hope that people wake up soon, man, because if Trump doesn't get elected, dude, we're in for a lot of trouble. We're going to start putting women in charge of things that shouldn't be in charge, and they're going to start to see it and to know that they can't do it, and they're going to start blaming us for not doing it because they have to do it. But even though we tried fucking telling them that they should not try these jobs, they should not try to compete with men, there's a lot of delusion in the world nowadays, but no one talks about these things. Again, I'm trying very hard to get everything out that I can right now in terms of general knowledge. I'm not the smartest person ever, but I know that if I have something to say that's intelligent, I probably should get it out there, because not everyone can talk like this, you know. So hopefully you got something out of this video. Just keep an eye out, man. Make good choices and don't let the world burn. And if you are burning, don't bring people with you. Just burn by yourself.